This is Claudia Reborn. She has a 1.5-year-old son named Leo and is currently studying at Kaiser University for nursing. She's hardworking and brave for taking on her professional ambitions while raising a child.
What is your name? What led you to believe that medicine is your passion?
Um, it was okay. Well, my name is Claudia. Hello. I am pursuing the nursing career, and what led me to this path is a lot of factors in life, really. I think it first started when my grandmother passed away, and I kind of like didn't know. I was with her every single day, and I didn't know what was going wrong with her. But all the symptoms were right in front of my face, and I could have done something about it had I known, or I could have taken her to the emergency room in time had I like recognized the symptoms. And so that's kind of what prompted me for the medical field. And also by chance, I fell into it, thank goodness. So here I am in nursing school.
I love that. So, what are some difficulties that you had to overcome while pursuing your career?
Well, there's a lot of them. One of them is obviously being a mother. Just trying to find, I guess that's the biggest challenge right now, is between trying to keep up with your grades and being a mother. It's hard to prioritize time when you have a child that requires your time 24/7 and school that requires your time 24/7. And so it's hard, like there are some things that you have to prioritize, and you basically, I guess it just depends on the program that you're into, and this one in particular is very demanding. I didn't expect it to be this way, but it's very demanding. And I kind of don't know what cooking is anymore. Cleaning the house, that's another issue that's in the past. Cooking, cleaning. I rely on my mother a lot to babysit Leo, and a lot of the times I have to, Leo, by the way, is my son, but a lot of the times I have to rely on my mother and for babysitting, and I have to realize, this is only momentary. It makes me sad too that I'm not spending time with him. But it's just for one more year, and then it'll be good in the end. So that's kind of what I have to keep telling myself. So I try to be there for him as much as I can, but right now mainly the people that are taking care of him is my husband and my mom. My mom is really the one that's taking care of him. So.
Wow. So now that you tell me all these things, what's the main force? What's the main thing that's still making you continue your path? What's pushing you to succeed?
So I think mainly number one is through my personal goal. It's just now that we have a child in the picture, I want to be able to show him that he can have a better lifestyle. If not what he has now, then even better. If he wants to be an engineer, great. If he wants to be a rocket scientist, great, but just to let him know that whatever he wants to be, he can actually do, that he doesn't have to settle. So that would be my driving force. My personal one for me would be that now income is obviously an issue with a child. And so in order to maintain the lifestyle that we have right now, putting him through school and everything and be able to let him think or allow him to work towards what he wants, I have to actually obtain that lifestyle that'll give me the income to provide him the easy path for him to access that.
Thank you so much, Claudia. This was super inspirational. Thank you so much for your story. It was actually really good. Like, it was really inspirational.
Oh, was it?
Yes.
Oh,
because ever since I thought about like what this project was and what I wanted to do and like the theme of it, I thought about you. I was like, Claudia, because
Aww.
it's super cool. Like, it is a lot. Like, as a woman, having to raise children, have our other responsibilities that come as being a woman, you still try to be professionally successful. And I think that's amazing.
Yeah,
I think it's amazing.
Yeah, but you know what? Not only that too, but I know people like, and I don't know if you want to record this or not, but I know people that, for example, somebody we know in the family, they go to work, they go to school, they come home, they clean the house, they take care of their husband, they take care of their kids, and oh my God, they are like super women. Like, I don't know how they do that. But like, society expects women to have a certain role and then men to have a certain role, and yet men are still getting higher incomes than women, but yet women put in so much effort. You know,
we do.
And then not only effort in the professional aspect, but in the personal aspect. So, you know, I don't know, we're being undercompensated, if you ask me, but you know.
I completely agree.
Now we have Alexandra, a Florida International University student at the Honors College. She went through many obstacles coming from Honduras to pursue her medical career.
What is your name?
My name is Alexandra Alvarado.
What is your passion and what led you to your passion?
My passion is music. I have played the piano since I was about 7 years old. My grandmother started taking me to classes and music has grown on me since. Since I came all the way from Honduras to pursue my journey as a pre-medical student, I left my family behind. And every time I come here to School of Music and play the piano, it just reminds me of home. And I also see music as a way to express my emotions in a different way.
What challenges have you experienced pursuing your passion in music? How did you conquer these challenges?
Yo vengo de Honduras y la música allá es muy poco apoyada. El gobierno no aporta dinero a las escuelas y las universidades para poder comprar nuevos instrumentos o poder hacer nuevos auditorios. Y en varias ocasiones a mí me ha tocado llevar mi propio instrumento, llevar mi propio piano para poder hacer presentaciones. Otra de las cosas que también he notado a través de mi trayecto musical es que todos mis profesores de música han sido hombres. Hay muy poca representación musical de parte de las mujeres. En la mayor parte de las competencias musicales en las que yo he participado, todos los jueces son hombres. Y eso pues no me ha afectado en mi aprendizaje, pero me ha dificultado para poder visualizarme en esa posición. Y a pesar de todas esas dificultades, igual estoy aquí, estoy en FIU, y estoy siguiendo mi sueño de convertirme en doctora, pero también tengo la música al lado mío.
Caitlin Cole is a Shakespeare enthusiast, studying medicine at FIU and in the Honors College also. She has a passion for theater, but has undergone some struggle coming from a Cuban household.
What is your name and what is your passion?
My name is Caitlin Cole and I love Shakespeare and science.
How did you know you had a passion for theater?
So I'd say around like 5th grade, you start reading like scripts and you see, you go to the art center and you see a play and you're like, they look like they're having a lot of fun. And I want to do that. And so getting into character and pretending to be somebody else for 2 hours is just like the ultimate sort of fun that I think anybody can experience.
What challenges have you experienced being a woman in theater? Explain any struggles you may have faced and how you conquered them.
So I think that coming from a Hispanic household, and it's sort of expected that girls do like salsa, you're gonna dance, you're gonna do theater, you're gonna sing songs, not very like STEM related extracurricular activities. And so I did a lot of theater and performing when I was like middle school down. But what ended up happening was, also because I'm Hispanic, it was never considered like an actual option for like a career. And I said like, so Gershon's gonna get me. But it was never seriously considered for me to do it long term. And so you spend half your childhood building all these skills, learning the songs, learning how to read lines and collaborate with like a cast. And then all of those skills just kind of get pushed aside for a career. And I'm not saying that I wouldn't have gone into STEM if I could have gone into theater, but it's challenging because you're sort of faced with these two identities, because it's do I perform or do I go the more traditional, more lucrative route? And so I definitely struggled with that.
See, I never thought I'd live past 20. Where I come from, some get half as many. Ask anybody why we living fast and we last. Reach for a flask, we have to make this moment last. That's plenty, scratch that. This is not a moment, it's the movement. We're the hungriest brothers with something to prove. When foes oppose us, we take an honest stand. We roll like Moses, claiming our promised land.
Nicolette, or Nikki as we know her, is another Florida International University Honors College student and a skilled volleyball player. So firstly, what's your name, what sport do you play, and how'd you get into it?
Hi, my name is Nicolette Lano, officially Lano, and I play volleyball. I first became interested in the sport after witnessing my older sister Gabriella participate in it. I was only 8 years old when I started to take this sport more serious, and my mom put me into clinic, club, middle school, high school, and collegiate, and now club.
So, a hotly discussed topic in volleyball is that of the uniforms, as girls are almost expected to wear the tight spandex shorts. Many pro volleyball players, such as Victoria Garrick, fight to help the youth feel more comfortable in their own bodies, so that they don't feel that feeling of lack of self-worth that was highlighted through our disability unit. Do you think these uniform expectations are harmful?
So it's a good thing you asked this question. So Victoria Garrick struggled with her weight throughout her career. She never felt ease in her own skin until she graduated, and that's when she started to appreciate herself. She also goes into depth about mental health. The reason why she's all about body positivity is because our clothing for volleyball we wear as women, the spandex are tight and they objectify us. So it generates a sex appeal in order for the men to be interested in the game. It harms female sports. It's not even just volleyball, it entirely as a female sport, since audience prefer to focus on the athlete's appearance rather than the sport itself. I believe that says a lot about how women are seen, right? The women's sports are seen. Rather you're being a member of a team that works so hard in the weight room to compete at a high level. I was really self-conscious about my body, and sometimes to the point where if it was too tight, I didn't want people to see like the roles, because when you're on the court, so you're the center of attention, and that could either be in a good way or in a bad way. It could be with your skills or your appearance. And most of the times, it sometimes leads to your appearance until someone actually sees your skills. And unfortunately, that was me, because I was a little bit hefty, but I wasn't. Like in high school, I trained a lot, which I lost a lot of weight. And then during COVID time, obviously I gained. So I became known as in collegiate, I became as like the hefty girl, and like I had to earn everyone's respect because they judged me off of my appearance instead of my skills, and that was really a tough pill to swallow. So it goes either way.
You often join us with the men's team at volleyball practice. So what's your experience playing with women versus playing with men?
So, as this question, playing with the men's team is very different because it forces me to work harder to get to the ball, but also to read faster. Women's volleyball is not necessarily known as a high speed compared to men. The men's team greeted me with like a friendly welcome. They didn't treat me any differently. Like, they did not interpret my gender as a liability. Instead, they treated me as if I was one of them, which I appreciate because I don't want them to take it easy on me because I'm a female. I want them to hit me at their highest potential like they did before I even got there. And the fact that they do that, I'm very grateful for that.
And finally, this is our collage. Thank you for watching our mini documentary.